Hi student, welcome to botany class. Today we are going to see the archaebacteria. So in the previous session, we have discussed about the bacteria, ultrastructure, classification of bacteria, and the life process, and the harmful and beneficial aspect of bacteria. So these are things we have previously studied. Now we are going to see the archaebacteria. So in beginning classification, the archaebacteria is included under the kingdom of Monera. Even the Whitaker, Orlick's Whitaker, he can classify the archaebacteria. He included the archaebacteria under the kingdom Monera. So what is the characteristic features of kingdom Monera? So the kingdom Monera is contained all unicellular prokaryotic organism. We already know that what is the prokaryotes? Primitive nucleus containing organism. Pro means primitive, karyotic means nucleus. So this group of the organism, they do not have well defined nucleus. So the genetic material or the nucleic acid is properly present in the cytoplasm of the cell. So apart from this group of the organism, they do not have any membrane bounded, double membrane bounded organelles. But later, some scientists, they will be separate the archaebacteria from the kingdom prokaryotes. Karl Woese and co-workers, they give the three domain of life. That is, he classified the entire living organism into three domain of life. He can divide the kingdom prokaryotes and kingdom eukaryote. That is a super kingdom. They can say a super kingdom. Kingdom prokaryotes and kingdom eukaryotes. The kingdom prokaryotes, it includes the two kingdom, that is a super kingdom prokaryotes, it includes the two kingdom, that is bacteria and archaea. Because in certain characteristic features, the archaebacteria is entirely different from bacteria. And this archaebacteria is more or less closely resembled to eukaryotes. That's why the Karl Woese and co-workers, he divide the entire living organism into two super kingdom, that is a prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryota and eukaryota. The prokaryota is further divided into two kingdom, that is bacteria and archaea. And the eukaryota, kingdom eukaryota, it will be include the super kingdom eukaryota, it will include a different kingdom like kingdom fungi, kingdom plantae, kingdom animalia, and kingdom protista. So kingdom protista, fungi, plantae, animalia. These four kingdoms are classified under the super kingdom eukaryota. And the prokaryota, it will include kingdom bacteria and archaea. So totally 6 kingdom. But previously, Orlick's Whitaker proposed a 5 kingdom of classification, and Karl Woese, he classified the entire living organism into 2 super kingdom, and under the 2 super kingdom he classified the 6th kingdom. Additionally, the prokaryote will be divided into bacteria and archaea. Now we are going to see the archaebacteria. So name itself it has a meaning. Archaea means ancient. This is an ancient group of organisms. They are unicellular prokaryote, but it's an ancient. Archaea means ancient. Archaeology. We hear this word, archaeology, the study of the past life. That is archaeology. Okay, so name Archaebacteria is from archaea, that is ancient. This group of microorganisms is considered to be an ancient form of life. Then evolved separately. So this group, the Archaebacteria, is evolved separately from bacteria and the PGA, blue-green algae. PGA means blue-green. That is a cyanobacteria. So later we have discussed about this organism also. Okay. So it will Archaebacteria, it will be evolved. The origin of life of Archaebacteria, it will be separated from bacteria and the cyanobacteria. And then ultimately the Karl Ross and co-workers in 1990 introduced the three domains of life. That is bacteria, archaea and eukarya. So this archaea, it closely resembles to eukarya in different characteristic features. And this archaea is entirely different from bacteria in several characteristic features. Even the cell wall nature. So what is the similar character between the bacteria and the archaea mean? They are prokaryotes. That is a similar characteristic feature between the bacteria and the archaea. So apart from this, the archaea is entirely different from bacteria in many ways. Even the cell membrane nature, cell wall nature, and gene expression, that is the translation and transcription mode, is entirely different from the normal bacteria or true bacteria. Once again repeat, Archaebacteria, archaea means ancient. So the evolution of this group of bacteria, it will be differ from the bacteria and the PGA, blue-green algae. It is a unicellular primitive prokaryotes. And it adapts to extreme environmental condition where the life is not possible. In that place, this group of the organisms adapt to survive. So due to the cell membrane, the cell membrane is contain some chemical component, so it will be adapt to the survival of this group of bacteria in extreme environmental condition, like hot spring, high salinity, low pH and so on. So how these bacteria adapt to survive in this extreme condition? Due to the unique features, the presence of lipid like glycerol and isopropyl ether in the cell membrane. So the ether group is present in the cell membrane. But in normal bacteria, it contains ester group. So here ether group is present. So this ether group is give the some additional support for survival of this extreme condition. That is a main difference between the bacteria and the Archaebacteria. The Archaebacteria have in the cell membrane, that is a ether group, like glycerol and the isopropyl ethers. But bacteria contain ester group. So due to the unique chemical composition, what is the unique chemical composition? That is glycerol and isopropyl ether. Due to this chemical composition, the cell membrane shows the resistance against the cell wall of antibiotics and the lytic agent, that is the viral infection. Phage attack, it will be help to protect the Archaebacteria from the attack of phage particle. And they have very rigid cell wall. The cell wall is made of a pseudopeptidoglycan. In the previous slide I told you, so in the cell wall nature also it will be deformed. Actually, the bacterial cell wall is contained peptidoglycan, but here it contains pseudopeptidoglycan and the S layer is present, sulfur layer is present. Okay, so in the cell wall nature also it will be deformed. And cell membrane. So here Archaebacterium contain ether group, but the normal bacteria contain ester group. So that is a main difference. So due to the ether group, what is happened? It will be give the resistance against the cell wall of the antibiotic and a lytic agent. Next, Archaebacteria expose the gene and several metabolic pathways that are closely related to eukaryotes. In the gene and several metabolic pathways. So that's when the coral lobes is placed archaea in between bacteria and the eukarya. And the enzyme involved in transcription and the translation, notably, that is very, very important. So, in eukaryotes, during the gene expression, the transcription and translation process occur. Transcription means the copy of the DNA. That is a transcription. So the DNA transfers the genetic information to mRNA. That is a transcription. Translation means the copy of genetic information from mRNA to protein. That means what is the information? It will carry from the DNA. Actually, mRNA is acting as a messenger. It carries the message from DNA to protein. It acts as a messenger or carrier to carry the genetic information from DNA to protein. So the synthesis of protein is translation. The synthesis of mRNA is a transcription. So the gene and several metabolic pathways is more closely related to eukaryotes, especially the enzyme involved in the transcription and the translation. So, what are the enzymes? It involves the transcription translation in eukaryote. The similar enzyme is present in Archaebacteria. So, that's why it's more closely related to eukaryotes. And the mode of nutrition, either autotroph or heterotroph. Autotroph means hemoautotroph. Okay, so either autotroph or heterotroph. Both the mode of nutrition is occur. Autotrophic means self-mode of nutrition. They can prepare their own food material with the help of sunlight or chemical energy. Heterotrophic means it depends on the other organism for the food material. Next, reproduction. Mostly in Archaebacteria, reproduction is asexual. Either binary fission, endosperm formation, like that. So mostly the reproduction in Archaebacteria is asexual method of reproduction. Asexual means away from the fusion of gamete. A means absent sexual reproduction, the fusion of gamete. So fusion of gamete is absent in asexual reproduction. Example for Archaebacteria, that is Methanobacterium, Halobacterium, Thermoplasma. So these are the examples for Archaebacteria. Thank you, student.